Hey everybody, how you doing? Sorry, had to get my hat in order. Sorry I haven't been active in the last couple weeks between Europe and everything. But no excuse. I should have been here and I'm not hiding from FSU struggles on the field. We'll get to that, trust me. So thank you for watching this. Whenever you're watching it, thank you. And remember, always if there's something I can answer after this, just please drop it in the comments or just let me know somehow and I'm happy to get back to you. You don't just have to get me here. I'd love for you to get me here, but if you don't, I totally understand. Man, let's talk about Europe first, and then we'll get into FSU. Uh, so it was everything I thought and hoped it would be. I started in London for 3 days, number one bucket list for me place. Uh, and it was awesome. I got to see Buckingham Palace and Big Ben Parliament and the London Bridge and I went on the London Eye, and if you've been to Orlando and been on the Orlando Eye, it's pretty much the same thing as that. Orlando definitely copied the London Eye. I did that, and then I was in Dublin for 4 days, and at the FSU game, and I don't care that we lost there. It was still incredible there. The atmosphere was incredible. The people were awesome, the locals and the Knowles, of course. And Dublin is just an amazing place. If you have a chance to go there, go. If you see my vlog, you'll see me say that a lot, and I meant it every time. Um, if someone asked me how to describe it, sorry, I would say picture New Orleans, Bourbon Street, much cleaner and on the street and in general, if you know what I mean. It was just that awesome. Tried Guinness for the first time there. And for anyone who says, "Oh, I had it in the States and I couldn't stand it, so I don't ever want to try it there," no, don't do that. I had never liked it in the States. I tried it one time in my life and I hated it too. But there it is like incredible. Incredible. I miss it. Like I'm going through withdrawals from it. I wish I could have it right now. It was that good. Yeah, first day in Dublin, hit the town right away, and I went on a Guinness and Jameson tour of their factories there, and I'm glad I hit it right away because that trip just got more and more. That excuse me, that tours those tours just got more and more booked as the week went on. So I was glad I was able to knock that out right away, and it was awesome. The Jameson was cool. Got to have some drinks there. Very well done. But the Guinness is like the coup de grace, the cherry on top of the cake. I mean, it is like Disney World in there. The way they design it, it's incredible, incredible. Check out my vlog. I just uploaded it, and you'll see my me walking around that place and seeing it, and it was awesome, awesome. From the Florida State side, that was awesome too, man. The people were great. We joked the whole time that we felt like we were in Florida or America, even though we were in Europe. And that's the best thing you could say about it. I mean, the people were fantastic there. Outside of everybody said that about the people in Ireland. They were just so nice. You could tell it's a game they have once a year, and it means a lot to them to have this game. They wanted to be a big success, and like from the second you get it off the plane, you're in the airport and you see the balloons for your team. So many bars were saying, "Welcome, Florida State fans. Welcome, Georgia Tech fans." Balloons there, flags for every team. They really rolled out the red carpet for everybody. If you're a fan of a team that's going to play there, I highly recommend going to Dublin. You'll love it. Even if you're not a fan, you just want to go to Dublin for the game, go. It's a great experience. And ESPN being there added to it a little bit. And I'm not talking about the game day crew. Well, maybe a little, but Pat McAfee had his show there the day before the game, and tickets I heard were gone in like 10 seconds. I don't know 10 seconds, but it was 100 tickets and they were gone instantly. Um, so there was a lot of buzz there that Dublin doesn't usually get in that sense, sports wise, and they deserved it. Um, Everybody just had the best time there. Got to see the War Chant crew and hang out with them and talk to them. And it's crazy that, all right, I'm 7 hours away from there, but I'm in Dublin, Ireland, hanging out with them. It was just so cool. Please check out those vlogs. I tried my best to just really convey just how much I enjoyed it there. Um, and I didn't even have to try. It was just natural. I definitely hope to go back to Dublin. I loved it, and there's a lot more of Ireland I need to see because I really only stayed in the Dublin area. A lot of people went to other places like Galney, Kilkenny. They did the Cliffs. I didn't do any of that. Just didn't work out this time. But if I had a chance, I'd love to go back and do it. That's for sure. So yeah, we'll get into Florida State. We'll backtrack later. From there, I went back to London for one day. I went to AEW All In at Wembley, and that was one of those things where I was like, well, I guess I'll go. I'm a 45-minute flight away, and I'm in no rush to go home. And Wembley's been a bucket list item for me. And man, blew me away. Blew me away. The crowd was phenomenal. The English fans they're so passionate, and it's a big deal for them to host a pay-per-view there because they're so used to having to come to us or watch it on our time. So they have to stay up really late to watch our stuff. They make the most of it. Every match they were into it. The nicest people. They had the best time. A lot of them heard me talk and they knew I wasn't from there just by hearing me talk. And they were like, "Oh, where'd you come from? Where'd you come from? So glad you're here." When a couple people saw me vlogging, they just wanted to be in the vlog and be a part of it, which I love. If you see me and say, "Hey, can I be in your vlog?" I love it. Like I want people to be a part of it. I don't want it to be just me all the time walking around talking. Uh, the more people in a vlog, the better those vlogs are. So yes, I love that. The show was incredible. AW delivered, and I've been critical of them. It was awesome. Like I'm so glad I was there for that. And I'm not just saying that. Like Wembley was awesome. Different than the States in the sense of yes, I bought my ticket on Ticketmaster like I would here. Yes, I had a scan on my phone like I would here. Yes, but here's the difference. And I fell for this. In America, it might say, "Oh, you're gate 2 on your ticket." But you could go to gate 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You just may have to walk a little more. Not in London, not at Wembley. Let me rephrase that. Not at Wembley. At Wembley, there's a huge steel door. And you have to make sure you're at the correct gate, and they're going to scan your ticket at the door through a metal electronic device. If it reads that you're at the correct gate, that steel door opens, and then you scan your ticket in there, go through security, and go through. The first time I didn't know. I went to the shortest line because there's the American in me, and sure enough, it didn't work. I got rejected from there, and then I asked someone where to go, and they sent me to the wrong one. So that one wasn't my fault. And then finally on the third one, they sent me to the right one. And once you're in there, I was in the 200 section. I couldn't leave the 200 section. I wanted to go down to the 100 and show that area a little bit, some of the history of Wembley down there. Couldn't do it. They would not let you leave your area. They're that strict there. And I get it because they're used to some really rowdy soccer crowds, and they just don't want a situation where, let's say a capacity is 500 somewhere. They don't want 2,000 to be able to go in there and go crazy. So I get it. It's smarter. And then when you exit, it makes more sense. And even leaving, I decided to take the train back. I wish I had taken the cab, but I decided to take the train. And walking out, it slammed. And I've been to New York and Philly before where everyone makes a mad dash to the train station. And it's insane in there. There, they cut you off at a certain point walking to the train station if they're full. Once that group leaves, then the next group can go. Yeah, you're full on the train. That part wasn't that fun, but I was impressed with that system. So got back. Then I decided, why go home? If you saw my other vlog, my other live stream, I said I'm going to go to Paris. I was going to go to Paris for 3 days, and I did. 2-hour train ride. Was there before I knew it. And that was really cool. I really enjoyed Paris. It was cool to see the architecture there. It's incredible. The streets are incredible there. The food's incredible there. People were fine. I had no problem. Normally, I heard the time of year in August that I chose to go. Well, not chose to go. It's when I was in the area. So I was there anyway. It's usually a great time, they said, to go because everyone's on vacation. So a lot of people are out of town, so it's quieter in places. A great time to explore. And yeah, so the traffic's better. No. Between the Olympics and the economy, not a lot of people were out of town, so it was slammed. Traffic was bad. My hotel was a little further than I thought it would be. Made the best of it. Still had a great time. Only down part was I didn't get to do the bus tour at night on my last night. That happens. You make the best of it. If that was the worst thing to happen on the trip, I really can't complain. And the tour company, Viator, refunded the money to me right away. So I can't even complain. Trip was incredible, just incredible. If you're watching this, please check out those vlogs. Uh, Dublin, 3 of the 4 days are up. I got one more day to put up. I got Paris to put up. I put up AW all in. Please check out those videos. Let me know what you think. It was a trip I'll never forget. That's for sure. I say that's for sure a lot, but I truly mean it. Now, Florida State football. A lot of stuff we didn't expect this year. We didn't expect to see such. Man, I'm going to be diplomatic. I was going to say they're still kids, but they're getting paid now. So to give a little more criticism these days, I think is fair. I just don't ever want to get personal with players, pro or college, even though college is like the pros now. It's just you're not proving your point then, in my opinion, and you just look silly, in my opinion. So I'm just going to talk about the bare facts. We're not a good team for whatever reason. Lack of leadership, offense, defense, horrible. I wish there was one position on offense or defense I can say, man, this group is solid and we're okay. Maybe the corners for our defense, but if our defensive line and linebackers are struggling so bad, there's only so much they can do. And I didn't expect to be a disconnect between the players and coaches this year. I don't know why. It's just how it looks on the field. If the coaches say go right, they go left. There's some type of disconnect. Maybe that's from the lack of leadership. Maybe that's from any reasons. I just don't see it. Listen, we're going to get into quarterback play. DJ struggling. Great kid. Shout out to his dad for making a cameo in my vlog in Ireland. I didn't expect him to struggle like this. I really didn't. I don't think the coaches did either. I don't know they're doing him any favors either, so I think it goes both ways. Is he the sole reason that we're 0-2? Absolutely not. Is a myriad of reasons, and I could sit here for hours and talk about it. But I'm not. I'm just going to say it is disappointing. Coaches make big money, and they got some big decisions to make. I watched Norvell today in his press conference, and obviously he's feeling the frustration. He looked frustrated today. Usually he doesn't give that away, even if he is on the inside. Even when we were 0-4 3 years ago, man, he was still Mr. Positive, Mr. Response and bye. I didn't feel that today. Could be for many reasons. I just didn't feel that with him. He even made a comment about they didn't get to proper use of the headsets, I think, in the helmet because of construction issues at Doak. I was surprised to hear him say that. He's not one to make excuses. He did there. I'm not knocking him for it. He said it. I'm just saying it. But would I like to see them turn it around? Of course. Am I optimistic right now? No, because the Georgia Tech loss, I kind of gave a pass for it because close loss, kind of stubbed herself in the foot. There was probably about 5, 10, 15, 20 plays that you say we hit that one and maybe we probably win the game. Boston College was the complete opposite. It was just a horrible game, horrible performance. The only people playing good on this team are the kicker and punter. That's it. So disappointing. We're going to see how Mike handles it. You still got 10 more games you got to play this year. You got to make a decision at some point if you want to go youth movement or keep going with these veterans that you brought in. And all those guys you paid some good money in NIL to. So you got big decisions to make. I don't get paid to make those decisions. I can just watch and cheer on my team. That's all I can do. But, I mean, this goes to show in the offseason he's got some big decisions to make on how he wants to build this roster. You lost 2 commitments over the weekend. So high school recruiting is already taken a hit. We expected it to. That wasted no time happening. He's got to make decisions. I'm glad he stayed, Mike, but this isn't Florida State football. Even if we were 0-2, but we played well and just the ball didn't bounce our way, I could be like, all right, I'd be pumped up for game 3. That Boston College game, man, took a lot out of my sails as far as the season goes. Still going to watch every game, still going to cheer them on. I just don't feel good about any game this year on our schedule. I don't look at one game and say, okay, we match up well here. We can get it dub. I don't feel great about the Memphis game this week. I've seen the line go from 5.5 to 3.5. I've seen 1.5, maybe. I don't care about the betting line when it's my team, but I watch it. They have a good quarterback. Great. Another good quarterback. I think he's going to be in an NFL training camp. Hopefully he might make the team. He's He's a good quarterback. And Memphis is going to want to beat us. Well, of course they're going to want to beat us. Any team that plays somebody wants to win. But it was Mike Norvell's last stop before he came here. Their head coach was a guy that he groomed. Man, they want this one. And if we come out like the last 2 games, man, it could get ugly in Doak. And then you're going to have attendance issues. You're going to have player issues because some might just say, forget it, I'm done for the year. Now with NIL, a lot of these guys might not be able to do that. I don't know. But that's what I'm afraid of. I don't want Mike to lose the locker room. Even when we were 0-4, he never lost the locker room. They came back and beat North Carolina. They came back and beat Miami. So he never lost the locker room that time. I'm not sure if that's happened yet. I saw some things I just didn't like as far as player body language. Could be frustration. I don't know. I hope they turn it around, but I have to be – I keep it real. Like, I keep it 100. I don't like what I see, and I think a lot of people would agree. I think he announced today DJ starting this week, or at least the depth chart revealed that. I get it. I mean, you don't want to give the impression to any future transfer portal quarterbacks that, oh, man, you have 2 bad games, you're done, and it's your last opportunity maybe somewhere. So I get it, and I'm not even going to get into the money stuff. Not my business. So that's it for that. Hopefully they can turn it around. I'm going to do more of these. If you watch it later on and have some questions or anything or comments or whatever, or you saw something in a vlog and you posted here, I don't care. I love interacting with people. So thanks for the support. I'll talk to you later. Go Knowles, and thanks for following me on the Europe journey when you watch those vlogs. Thanks again.